Angela Price was like many other teenagers, filled with hopes and dreams but trapped in her own insecurities. At just 15 years old, her life felt heavy with the weight of her burned scars. They covered her arms, neck, and face, each mark a reminder of how she had endured unimaginable pain. With every look in the mirror, Angela grappled with feelings of sadness and isolation. She wanted to be seen as beautiful, but the scars made her doubt herself. When she arrived at Marilyn Monroe's event, excitement buzzed in the air, but Angela remained hidden in the back. She pulled her hood up and tried to blend in with the crowd, feeling like a ghost among vibrant, joyful faces. Shyness wrapped around her like a cloak. As she watched Marilyn shine on stage, Angela couldn't help but admire the star's confidence and grace. In that moment, Angela wished for a chance to feel accepted, to love herself as much as she admired others. Little did she know that this night would change everything and begin a journey toward self-acceptance that she never thought possible. Feeling a mix of hope and trepidation, she lingered on the edge of something wonderful. The atmosphere at the event was electric, filled with laughter and excitement, as fans eagerly awaited Marilyn Monroe's appearance. Bright lights danced across the stage, illuminating glimmering decorations that reflected the glitz of Hollywood. People chatted animatedly, dressed in their finest outfits, each one buzzing with anticipation for the star who was about to grace them with her presence. Amid this vibrant energy, Angela felt like a shadow lurking in the back corner of the room. Her hood shielded her from prying eyes, but it also heightened her sense of separation from the joyful crowd. As she observed the glamorous people mingling and sharing smiles, Angela couldn't help but feel out of place. Their confidence seemed to shine brighter than anything on stage. Even as she admired Marilyn Monroe from afar, Angela's heart ached with insecurity. The bubbly laughter around her felt like a reminder of how alone she truly was. She longed for connection yet feared stepping forward into the spotlight herself. It was a world of glittering dreams, but as she kept her head down, Angela struggled to believe that she could ever be part of it. Little did she know that this night held surprises just waiting to unfold. In the midst of the dazzling event, Angela sat quietly in her hiding place at the back of the room, her hood pulled tightly around her face. The colorful lights flickered like stars, illuminating the joyful faces of those around her, but Angela felt like a mere observer in a world that didn't include her. The laughter and chatter seemed to swirl around her, creating a vibrant melody that she couldn't join. She watched as people mingled, their smiles bright and genuine, while she wished she could simply disappear. Her heart raced as she saw Marilyn Monroe step onto the stage, radiating confidence and charm. For a moment, Angela felt a flicker of hope. Could this be a night where she could feel part of something bigger? Still, that hope was quickly overshadowed by her fears. Angela's thoughts were filled with self-doubt as she tucked her hands under her arms, trying to hide the scars that marked her skin. The warmth from the crowd felt distant, like a cozy fire burning just out of reach. She wanted so desperately to feel accepted and to join in the magic happening around her, yet the weight of her insecurities kept her firmly in her corner, wishing for a moment when she could finally step into the light. As the crowd buzzed with anticipation, the moment everyone had been waiting for arrived. Suddenly, the lights shifted, creating a spotlight that illuminated the stage as Marilyn Monroe made her grand entrance. Dressed in a stunning gown that shimmered under the bright lights, she stepped forward with an effortless grace that captivated every pair of eyes in the room. Her confident stride and radiant smile seemed to cast a spell over the audience, instantly silencing the chatter and filling the air with awe. Marilyn's presence was magnetic. With every flick of her hair and twinkle in her eye, she drew everyone closer, as if inviting them to share in her light. The way she communicated with the crowd was enchanting, her laughter buoyant and infectious. It was as if she exuded warmth and reassurance, instantly making everyone feel a connection to her. In that moment, Angela felt her heart race. She watched in awe as Marilyn's charm radiated like a beacon, embodying everything that felt distant to Angela: confidence, beauty, and acceptance. For the first time that night, Angela found herself clutching at hope. Perhaps this vibrant energy could light a path out of her darkness, leading her toward a brighter future. As the event progressed, Angela found herself enchanted by Marilyn's every move. From her seat in the back, she couldn't help but steal secret glances at the shimmering star on stage. Each time she caught a glimpse of Marilyn's radiant smile or heard her infectious laughter, Angela's heart fluttered with a mix of admiration and longing. It was as if Marilyn possessed a special magic that drew Angela in, lighting up the darkness that often surrounded her. With each fleeting look, Angela felt transported to a world where beauty and confidence reigned supreme. She admired the way Marilyn effortlessly interacted with fans, sharing moments of joy that seemed to light up the entire room. But amidst this enchantment, Angela's insecurities loomed large, whispering doubts into her mind. Could someone like me ever be as lovely? She pondered silently, feeling both captivated and distant. Angela's fingers fidgeted nervously as she wished for courage. Her eyes sparkled with hope yet remained clouded by uncertainty. Amidst the spectacle of glitz and glamour, she yearned to step into that light herself. If only she could find the strength to embrace who she was, perhaps she too could share in the warmth and acceptance radiating from Marilyn and the crowd surrounding her. As the evening progressed, something remarkable happened. In the midst of her performance, Marilyn Monroe's gaze swept over the crowd, and for a fleeting moment, it landed on Angela. Despite Angela's timid stance in the shadows, there was an unmistakable connection that sparked between them, an invisible thread that bridged the distance between the stage and her hidden space. Marilyn's bright smile softened as she recognized the shy girl with the hood drawn tight. In that instant, it felt as if Marilyn could see beyond the glamour of the event and straight into Angela's heart, sensing her longing for acceptance. As if responding to an unspoken wish, Marilyn paused her routine and turned her attention to Angela directly. The world around them seemed to fade away, leaving only their shared moment alive in the air. Angela's heart raced. She could hardly believe that someone like Marilyn took notice of her at all. This brief encounter filled her with warmth and hope. For once, she felt seen, not just for her scars but as a person deserving of love and acknowledgement. It was a magical moment that hinted at what was to come, igniting a flicker of courage in Angela to face whatever might happen next. The atmosphere buzzed with delight as Marilyn continued her performance, enchanting the audience with her charisma and charm. Suddenly, in an unexpected move, she paused mid-song, scanning the crowd before locking eyes with Angela once again. The show came to a standstill, and a hush fell over the room as people turned to see what was happening. "Wait a moment!" Marilyn exclaimed, her voice warm and inviting. "I see someone special in the back who deserves our attention." Gasps of surprise rippled through the audience as they followed her gaze, landing on Angela, who felt her heart race. The spotlight shifted to her, illuminating her shy figure in the shadows. With a kind smile, Marilyn beckoned Angela forward. "Come up here, sweetheart," she called. Angela was taken aback. She had never imagined being called out in such a way. As she hesitated, the crowd erupted into cheers, urging her to join the star on stage. This moment broke through the normal flow of the performance, and created an atmosphere of warmth and acceptance that filled the room. It was as if time stood still, and all worries faded away for Angela as she took her first steps toward the spotlight. As the crowd cheered and clapped for Angela, a surge of emotions washed over her. Marilyn Monroe stood there, arms open wide, embodying a spirit of kindness that resonated deeply. "You are beautiful just as you are," she said, her voice ringing with sincerity. It was a message that echoed in Angela's heart, breaking through the walls of her insecurities. With each step Angela took toward the stage, she felt the warmth of acceptance wrap around her like a comforting blanket. The cheers grew louder, lifting her spirits and pushing her forward. It was as if Marilyn's invitation transcended just that moment. It symbolized an embrace of everyone who often felt different, or judged by their appearance. Once Angela reached the stage, Marilyn gently wrapped an arm around her shoulder, pulling her close. The spotlight shone brightly above them, illuminating both their faces in a glow that seemed to reflect pure joy and connection. In that instant, the audience witnessed not just a star embracing a fan but a powerful reminder of inclusion and love in a world quick to judge. As Angelina looked into Marilyn's encouraging eyes, she felt an incredible shift within her, the realization that she was worthy of love and acceptance just as she was. As Angela stood on stage, the spotlight casting a warm glow around her, Marilyn Monroe leaned closer, her eyes sparkling with kindness. With gentle grace, Marilyn wrapped an arm around Angela's shoulders, pulling her into a heartfelt embrace. The warmth of the moment enveloped Angela, and for the very first time, she felt truly seen, not just as a girl with scars but as someone deserving of love and compassion. The crowd erupted in cheers and applause, their excitement filling the air like music. In that embrace, it was as if Marilyn was whispering to Angela that she was beautiful exactly as she was. The star's touch radiated a message of acceptance that transcended the superficial judgments often cast by the world. Angela could feel the weight of her insecurities begin to lift as she leaned into Marilyn's comforting presence. The embrace was more than just a kind gesture, it was a validation of her worth beyond her scars. In that fleeting moment, surrounded by adoration and kindness, Angela realized that true beauty comes from within and that she had every right to shine. As she stood there, embraced by Marilyn and supported by the crowd's love, Angela felt a newfound strength awaken within her, a promise to herself to accept who she was and embrace life's possibilities with open arms. As Angela stood on stage, embraced by Marilyn Monroe, the audience erupted into a chorus of cheers and applause, filling the air with an electric energy. The sound was overwhelming, a wave of acceptance that swept over Angela and washed away her lingering doubts. Each cheer resonated deeply, amplifying the warmth surrounding her and highlighting the significance of the moment. The crowd was not just celebrating Marilyn, they were also embracing Angela, recognizing her journey and the courage it took for her to step into the spotlight. Their enthusiastic support created a powerful atmosphere of love and validation, lighting up the room like fireworks in the night sky. People clapped, whistled, and shouted, creating a joyful symphony that echoed Angela's own heart. In that moment, Angela's insecurities began to fade as she felt a sense of belonging for the first time in her life. The cheers felt like an embrace themselves, telling her that she was worthy of love, no matter her scars. This collective encouragement transformed her view of herself, igniting a spark within her, a belief that she could shine brightly, not just in that moment, but in all walks of life moving forward. The celebration was not merely for one girl, it was a resounding declaration of acceptance for everyone who had ever felt different or alone. As Angela stood on the stage, the cheers of the audience wrapped around her like a warm blanket, filling her heart with an overwhelming sense of joy. Tears welled in her eyes as she took in the love and acceptance pouring from the crowd, realizing that this moment was truly transformative. For the first time, she felt free from the burden of her insecurities. Each cheer resonated deeply within her, echoing a powerful truth: she was worthy of love just as she was. Marilyn's kind words still lingered in the air, enhancing the magic of the moment. Angela's heart raced as she looked out at the smiling faces, many of whom had once seemed so far away. Now, they were celebrating her journey and recognizing her courage to step into the light. In that instant, she understood that her scars did not define her. Instead, they told a story of resilience and strength. Overwhelmed by emotion, Angela felt a rush of gratitude for this experience that had changed everything. The cheers became a melody in her mind, reminding her to embrace who she was without fear or shame. She stood tall, ready to accept the love surrounding her and to shine brightly in her own unique way, confident that she would carry this newfound belief with her always. As the excitement of the event settled, Angela found a quiet moment to reflect on everything that had just happened. Standing in front of the mirror backstage, she studied her reflection with new eyes. The same burned scars that once filled her with shame now felt like badges of honor, telling stories of survival and strength. This night had shifted something deep within her, awakening a sense of self-worth that she previously thought unattainable. Angela realized that the cheers from the crowd were not just for the star they adored. They were also a recognition of her own brave journey. The warmth and acceptance she experienced served as a reminder that true beauty is not defined by appearance, but by the courage to embrace one's true self. With each passing moment, she felt lighter and more empowered. The shadows of insecurity began to fade as she embraced the idea that she was deserving of love and kindness, regardless of her scars. This event marked a significant turning point in her life. It was not just an evening of excitement but the beginning of a new outlook, one filled with hope, self-acceptance, and the knowledge that she could shine brightly in her own unique way. In the weeks following the event, Angela began to notice profound changes in her identity and confidence. The once overwhelming feelings of insecurity gradually transformed into a sense of empowerment as she embraced her scars and the story they told. Each day became an opportunity for self-expression, and she found herself standing taller, both literally and figuratively. The experience had given her the courage to step outside of her comfort zone. She started participating in school activities, engaging with others who shared similar struggles, and even speaking about her journey in front of classmates. Through these interactions, Angela discovered that many people admired her bravery and authenticity. Marilyn Monroe's words echoed in her mind, reminding her that beauty is multifaceted and resides within. This newfound perspective inspired Angela to be a source of encouragement for others who felt marginalized or judged. She realized that by sharing her journey, she could also help illuminate the paths of those still struggling with their self-worth. As she moved forward in life, Angela carried with her not just the memory of that magical night but a lasting impact, an unwavering belief in herself and the understanding that acceptance begins from within. This marked the beginning of a continuous journey toward embracing her true self and inspiring others along the way. The impact of Marilyn Monroe's kindness on Angela highlights the powerful role that public figures can play in shaping attitudes and inspiring change. In a world often quick to judge based on appearance, Marilyn's actions served as a poignant reminder of the importance of compassion and acceptance. By stopping her performance to acknowledge Angela, she not only uplifted one young girl but also sent a message to everyone in the audience about the value of seeing beyond superficial attributes. Role models like Marilyn have the unique ability to influence individuals and society at large. Their platforms can be used not just for entertainment but also for promoting kindness and inclusivity. As Angela began to share her story, she recognized that she too could be a role model, offering support to others who felt marginalized. She understood that visibility and compassion can create ripples of change, encouraging others to embrace their uniqueness. This experience taught Angela that everyone has the capacity to uplift those around them. As she moved forward, she carried with her the lessons learned from Marilyn's example, determined to inspire others with her own journey of self-acceptance and resilience. This cycle of encouragement and empowerment became a vital part of her identity, reinforcing the idea that acts of kindness can lead to profound changes in individuals' lives and communities. As Angela embraced her newfound confidence and commitment to kindness, she realized the profound importance of love and acceptance in life. Her experience at the Marilyn Monroe event became a lasting reminder that everyone deserves to be seen and valued for who they are on the inside, rather than judged by their outward appearance. In a world that often emphasizes superficial qualities, Angela's journey highlighted the power of compassion, how a simple act of kindness can transform lives and inspire others to embrace their unique stories. She understood that by accepting herself, she could encourage those around her to do the same, creating a ripple effect of positivity and empowerment. Angela decided to use her voice to advocate for those who felt marginalized, reminding them that their scars, both visible and invisible, tell stories of resilience and strength. By sharing her story, she hoped to inspire others to look beyond appearances and recognize the beauty within. This commitment to love and acceptance not only shaped Angela's identity, but fueled her passion for uplifting others. As she moved forward, she carried with her the belief that fostering compassion is essential in building a world where everyone feels valued, respected, and loved for exactly who they are.